How's it going, everybody? eCom Tom here with another video coming at you guys. And before we get started, please make sure to smash that like button because I know this video is going to blow your mind. You're going to be extremely blown away by the facts that I have to show you guys. So there's been a lot of chatter, a lot of buzz, a lot of people talking recently in the Facebook groups and all sorts of different communities about how about a week ago their accounts that were flagged, that they still were selling with automated software on their accounts, they were not listening. They were not listening to anything that I've been teaching over the last 8 months, and it really breaks my heart. Honestly, it breaks my heart. But it may have paid off because over the last 7 days, there's been a ton of people talking about how their accounts have magically become unflagged. Their flagged accounts are back to regular. They're selling like crazy. They're selling like wildfire, and they don't know what's going on. So I decided to gather as much evidence as possible, enough screenshots of my students talking about it, and run my own experiment for you guys just to see what actually is going on. So please be sure to stay to the end of the video where I do show you my exact results and everything that I did get, because I know you guys are going to be very surprised as to what's going on, honestly. So without further ado, let's get into it. Here we are inside of my computer, and before we get started, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. If you've been lurking in the background for a while, come out of the shadows, subscribe to the channel, follow me along my journey and everything that I provide you guys on this channel. Once you do subscribe, please hit the bell notification button. I actually did find out there's a metric now that there is 24.5% of my subscribers do hit the bell notification, so let's get that up as high as possible. After that, please be sure to like this video because there is a lot of golden content in this. I want to get it out to as many people as possible. I can guarantee you that this video is going to surprise you. So I have a quick question before we get started. Has your flagged account, if you're still selling on it, because if you've listened to anything I've taught over the last probably 6 or 7 months, I've said do not sell on your flagged accounts anymore. Have they become unflagged if you're still selling on them? Please let me know in the comments below. I want to get some good discussion going because I didn't know there was that many people that were still selling on these accounts. So I didn't know that many people would actually realize that their accounts became unflagged if they did become unflagged, and that's what the whole topic of this video is going to be about. So here's the breakdown of this video. It seems that eBay has unflagged old flagged accounts. There's a lot of chatter, a lot of buzz going on in these Facebook groups about it, a lot of people talking about it, so I decided to throw my hat in the ring and do an experiment myself. I'm all about experimenting with things and actually using cold hard facts to come to a conclusion on what is going on. So I'm going to start off, sorry about that. I'm going to start off with students' proof of the unflagged. So I'm going to show you pictures of proof that my students are unflagged. Is it proof? We're not sure yet. We're going to have to get to that point in the video. Then I did my own experiment with it. I did it in one day. I did it today. It's late at night right now. I'm filming this because I need to get it out to you guys tomorrow. And in one day, whatever my results were enough for me to realize that this is actually what is going on. So then I follow up with my experiments results, my thoughts on my results, and then a conclusion to follow up the video. So make sure to stay into the end to see exactly what conclusion I come to. So here's the proof of my students that are unflagged. These are both students from my private dropshipping group who have bought my course. Ken Maltavo here, who was selling on a flagged account, so he wasn't listening to what I teach inside of my course, but it's all good, man. I'm not mad, no hard feelings. But as you can tell, he was selling. His impressions were going like up and down, up and down, up and down. It really wasn't anything special until July 24th is where they just skyrocketed up. And he said he did nothing different, and all of a sudden his account is unflagged. He's getting promoted listings impressions that are pretty damn high. I mean, over 2,000. He said he didn't have that many listings on his account either. So this person, you can tell, Lead Not Than, I probably butchered your name, man, I'm sorry. He has 454 listings promoted. He had this little blip in the radar on July 10th and 11th. I'm not really sure what happened there. I didn't really remember anybody talking about that, getting unflagged then, but it seemed like something weird happened. I have no clue. But this is the same exact July 24th where, you know, he skyrocketed up and he's up top here, pretty much getting a ton of promoted listing impressions. If you look, that's over 100,000 impressions. So thank you guys so much for giving me these pictures, and you know, I really needed them to make this video as powerful as possible. So as you guys know, I haven't been selling on flagged accounts for the last 7-8 months, I believe. So I don't have any long data like this, you know, over 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 days. I don't have data for 9 days, but I did do an experiment today, and in today I did come to a conclusion right with 1 day of experimental data. So here's my flagged account experiment. I put 2 listings up, 2 listings that I knew usually sell a ton. These jump starter packs, charger packs for your car from Walmart sell all the time. If you guys sell Walmart, you do know that. And, you know, here's a Coleman. Coleman's a popular brand from Walmart, and it's a cooler, and it's summertime, so, you know, it has to be selling well. So these are the exact items that I listed. This is the breakdown. It sold 9 times in the last 30 days at a pretty good profit margin. I figured, why not? I didn't put that much effort into finding these 2 items because I did not think this was going to work. So there's 37 other sellers on this listing. I just thought I was going to get engulfed by them and go to the very bottom, which is what happened initially. And then this other one sold 18 times at a very high profit margin in the last 30 days. And there was 30 other sellers on this listing, which I did expect just to get engulfed and go right to the bottom of them as well because my account is flagged. And at least that's what I thought. So here are my results, and honestly, they were quite shocking. So if you guys want to see my results, make sure to give this video a thumbs up before we keep going into it. And let's go. So here are the actual results of my account. And as you can tell, this is the account that I used for a video I did back in May, where it was unflagged versus flagged accounts, where I showed that I listed the same 10 items on a flagged account and on an unflagged account, promoted them at the same amount, and showed the difference in the impressions. And the unflagged account got more impressions in 1 day with the same 10 listings than the flagged account did over this like 13, 14 day span. And at that point, I concluded the account's completely flagged and there's no point in selling on it. So the highest impressions I think I got in 1 day on the flagged account experiment was about 35. So I just thought the account was dead. I hadn't listed it on it all the way until today, which is October 1st. And I did list 2 items. These 2 items, in fact, got around 400 and something impressions at this point in time when I took the picture, but they had only been up for literally like 8 hours. And there was 2 items. They got 2 clicks already, but I did promote these listings a little bit higher just because when I first saw it, I saw them getting engulfed by the other listings. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to promote it higher. Maybe there is a chance that this could work, but I still didn't believe in it. So as you can tell, this is 1 day with 2 listings. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 13 days with 10 listings. So let's go into breaking down the each individual little instance a little bit more. So here's the flagged versus unflagged account experiment that I did back in May. And this was the flagged account where I listed 10 of the same items on the flagged and unflagged account, like I said, at 3% promoted listing. Over that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 day span, I had 248 impressions from promoted listings. That is absolutely awful. That's when I knew I was flagged. It looks real high in this image because it's only between April 30th or April 29th and May 16th. But if you look at the scale here, the x-axis, or it might be Y. I don't even remember. I did math a long time ago. Whatever it is, it's only 35. This is a very small scale here, and it was the most impressions in 1 day was 35. That's god awful for 10 listings. That's absolutely horrendous. So let's go on to my experiment of today. I did not believe this was actually going to work, guys. Honestly, I had no clue. So this is 2 listings. I did promote them at 10%, but then I went back and I watched the actual video. So I promoted them at 10 because I was like, hey, I'm going to give it as much chance as possible. Then I watched my flagged versus unflagged video and realized that I put them at 3%. So I lowered it to 3%, and this was only 8 hours in. I just checked right before I made this video. It was already up in like the 680s range for impressions. Same 2 listings at 3% now. So as you can tell, I mean, it got more impressions with 2 listings in 1 day than 10 listings did over 11 days. So obviously, there is some merit to people saying, hey, your accounts are unflagged now. Your accounts are unflagged. But honestly, and this is what I hope you guys take out of this video, as happy I am to say, you know, the accounts that you guys worked so hard on back in the day, 8 months ago and backwards from there, you know, the accounts that you just put so much effort to and you really tried your heart out on that you had to give up on and start your manual accounts, it doesn't matter, in my opinion. It does not matter. So here is what I have to say about it. Is it good or bad? In my opinion, it's literally neither. Sure, you were selling a lot on that account, and then you had to stop. Or a lot of people, I guess, were still selling on their flagged accounts, but not making very many sales. And now they're making some sales. But My main thing that I want you guys to take out of this video is that you should not be going back to your old ways. And sure, you might be saying, hey, Tom, just because you have a course on manual eBay dropshipping, this is why you're saying don't go back to your old ways. But it's been proven already. It's been proven for a long, long time that if you used software for at least the last 8 months, that if you use software, your account's going to get flagged. More than 8 months, about 10. eBay clearly doesn't like it. It's stated all over their drop shipping agreement now that came out, whenever that was, early 2019. Then they redid and they said they were flagging accounts that were using software in the spring seller update. If you check their API terms of service, it says to not be using software that reprices and does everything through their API, stocks, auto ordering items, auto uploading tracking. It says not to do that. That's against the rules if it is helping sellers partake in retail arbitrage, which is what these softwares are doing. So I've seen people already talk about it, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, I just put my new account on Sale Freaks. I just put my new account on this, or DSM Tool, or anything. It's most likely going to get your account flagged again. There's not enough time that has gone by to be able to 100% tell, but if eBay went on this huge tirade and this huge rampage against all other people that were doing this, using these softwares, they're probably going to do it again. Why did they unflag the accounts? Who knows? Maybe it was just a certain time. Maybe eBay's system reset. Maybe there was a glitch in the system. Who knows? But honestly, I would not go back to using automated software. It's first off, it's too much of a hassle. There's too many things that can go wrong. I definitely was selling way too much and too many things were falling through the cracks for a way too low of a profit margin. Nowadays, I have not even over 1,000 listings on any store, and I'm selling way, way, way more than I ever have at way better profit margins front end. So I wouldn't go back that way, and I don't think you guys should either. So you're going to run the risk of getting flagged again. And one big thing I know not a lot of people will talk about is that your metrics are probably awful on these accounts. I checked my automated store that was flagged, but that I did for this video that did get unflagged. I checked the metrics and they're awful. Like, I'm above standard, that's fine, but if I got one more case closed without seller resolution, I'd go back to below standard. And also the service metrics. A lot of people don't talk about service metrics. If you have high rates of return in specific categories, eBay is going to dock you for that. You are going to get hit with an extra 5% fees in those extra categories. And I had extra 5% fees in like 3 or 4 categories. So there's really no point to going back to these old stores because of the fact that your account's already in rough shape because it was a very abusive way about going about the retail arbitrage. So the only advantage here, I would say, is that you have higher feedback on your account more. I have one with over 10,000, one with about 7,000, another one with like 3,000. But what is the advantage of that? I've proven time and time again that you can start a brand new account. You can start from scratch with literally zero feedback. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to get feedback. You don't have to do thrifting. You don't have to do anything. You can start with zero feedback and you will be able to start making sales right away. So I don't see any advantage to that. And the only possible advantage that you have more feedback, sure, but the account's already in treacherous conditions with the metrics being terrible. And if you go to throw more software on top of it, it goes against everything that has been going on for the last 8 months. And I highly doubt eBay just says, hey, let's just let everybody throw Amazon items up on our platform again, because Amazon's totally not kicking our ass in the e-commerce race, are they? It's counterintuitive and it does not make sense. If you want to use your account and go back, if the metrics are fine and everything, and go back and just start doing manual on it again, that's fine. But I just believe everybody's just going to get flagged again. That's my opinion. Only time will tell. So in conclusion, yes, flagged accounts do seem unflagged. You guys can check it out for yourself and give it a doozy. And me personally, I took the items off my account and I went back to my other accounts. That's what I did. I made the experiment. It worked. I was very shocked, but that's about it. So in all caps, do not start using automated software. Honestly, I hope some people do start using automated software because if they get their account flagged, then they're going to complain about it in Facebook groups. Then I can make a video about it. Honestly, that's what's going to happen. So make sure if you are going to use your old account, just as a little advice, make sure you check the metrics because a lot of people don't even see the service metrics. It's up in the top on the Seller Hub. I forget what it's under, but if you click something, then it goes to service metrics, and it's going to be right there. So just make sure you check it because there's probably a good chance that you're going to be getting hit with higher rates that you don't even know are happening because eBay doesn't show it up front. If you go below standard, you're also going to get hit with an extra 4% fees. So if your account's below standard, there's really no point in using it. And like I said, I don't see much reason to use the old accounts. If it's in great standard and you just want to use an account with higher feedback or something, then that's pretty much the only reason I could see. Just don't fall for the hype. Don't fall into it. It's really just seems like it's all hype. But it's you know, it's maybe it'll happen. Who knows? I mean, I'm not out here saying I'm Nostradamus or anything, but I really do not think that you can just go back to using software and it's just going to somehow work. But you know, only time will tell. I'm not going to do it, but I'm sure a lot of people out there will. So in conclusion, please post any questions, because I know there is probably going to be a lot of questions that come from this video, because it's an iffy topic right now. It's only like 1 week ago this started happening. A lot of people probably didn't even realize till a couple days in. So it's really just, it's like a 3-day-old topic. So I'm sure there's a lot of questions out there. No questions. There's a stupid question. The only stupid question is one that is not asked. So if you found this video helpful, you know, please be sure to subscribe. I would very much appreciate it. And when you do subscribe, please make sure to hit that bell notification button. We need to get that percentage up to over 30%, because it said that the average is 30%, or the high end of the average is 30%. So we got to get over 30% of my subscribers hitting the bell button right here. And this line is not supposed to be here. What other motivational videos would you like to see? That was from an old video. I apologize. If you guys want to see a follow-up on me, you know, or any of this topic, I will go out of my way and list more items on an account for a while that was supposed to be flagged and see what happens. But I am not going to go out and connect any API-related software that is going to be repricing or restocking or anything in my account to these accounts. I'm not taking the risk. I don't want to do it. It's not worth my time. And if you guys saw how much just trouble it caused towards the end of having like 3 accounts with like 25,000 listings and just like selling 170,000 a month at this very low profit margin. If you guys saw all the problems that occurred from that, you would realize that manual eBay dropshipping with low items, not getting your account flagged, is 100% the way to go. So thank you guys for sticking this long to the end of this video. If you stayed this long, it means that you are dedicated. So make sure to check out the free eBay dropshipping mini course that I have down in the description, and any other of the free things down there. I'm sure you guys will love them. So thank you guys very much, and I will see you in the next video.